I always imagined betrayal would come crashing in, doors slamming, voices raised, chaos unleashed. But for me, it slipped in unnoticed, like a shadow at dusk. By the time I realized, I was staring at the crushing reality, my wife of 6 years, entwined with someone else, in the bed where we once whispered dreams. And the proof? It came from the unblinking lens of a child's stuffed toy, perched innocently on the shelf, silently recording every frame of her. Faithlessness. That was the moment I stopped grieving. If she was ready to destroy me, then I'd take down everything she held dear. Marriage was supposed to be the destination, the promise of always. I meant every word I spoke at that altar. She looked like a vision in gold, her hair glowing as she vowed to love me, in light and darkness. But 6 years in, the darkness had taken over. It began with the little things. The way she avoided eye contact at dinner, her phone lighting up constantly. She'd smile at the screen, her fingers dancing like they were in love. When I asked who it was, she'd casually reply, "Just work." The late nights stretched longer, the explanations thinner. Her scent lingered stronger, too strong. When she came home, I joked once, nervously, "Leading a secret life, huh?" She scoffed, rolled her eyes. "I'm not cheating, Jason. You're being dramatic." But the seed had already been planted. One evening, while clearing out the closet, I found an old plush giraffe, a silly gift from our early days. As I held it, remembering her laugh, a wild thought sparked in my head. If she wouldn't give me honesty, I'd steal the truth myself. I ordered a tiny hidden camera, one made for quiet surveillance. It arrived in a nondescript box. No questions asked. I carefully carved out space in the giraffe's neck, slipped in the device, sewed it shut. "Let's see," I whispered, placing it high on a bedroom shelf. She never noticed. For weeks, it silently captured the quiet rhythm of our life, until one Friday night. I was working late at the hospital and checked the feed. What I saw hollowed me out. She wasn't alone. A tall, broad-shouldered man stepped into our bedroom. They laughed like lovers, his fingers tracing her cheek. She kissed him like I hadn't felt in years. I stared, numb. The next morning, she kissed me as if nothing happened, asked about my shift, told me she was seeing some old friends that night. Old friends. I nodded, bile rising in my throat. The footage played on repeat in my head all day. It wasn't just the infidelity. It was how easily she lied. I couldn't confront her. Not yet. I needed more. I became meticulous, gathering texts, screenshots, more clips from the camera. Each piece another brick in my wall of truth. But revenge needs patience and timing. Her birthday was coming, and she insisted on hosting a small gathering. Friends, family. I agreed, smiling through the ache. It would be the perfect setting. For the reveal, I enlisted a friend, a tech whiz, to help craft a damning video. It wasn't just the affair. We included her texts, her sneers at me, the night she mocked me for being clueless. By the time the day arrived, I was steel. That evening, the house shimmered with guests. Claire was a charming hostess, floating from person to person, laughing like a woman with no secrets. I played the role, smiling, pouring drinks, while a storm brewed inside me. When everyone had gathered, I stood with a calm grin. "Thank you for being here," I said. "It means so much to Claire and me to have you celebrate with us." She smiled, wine in hand. "I wanted to do something different this year. A little tribute." I added, lifting the remote. She froze for a second. Then the screen lit up. It began sweet wedding clips, travel moments, laughter. But then, her affair spilled across the screen. Gasps rang out. Text messages. Her words, cut deeper than images. "Jason, stop this," she screamed, springing up. But I didn't. The last clip, her in our bed, laughing as she called me pathetic, too stupid to notice. When it ended, the room was silent. Her parents left first, their faces hollow. Our friends drifted away, murmuring awkward excuses. Claire turned toward me, tears staining her cheeks. "Why would you do this?" she asked, voice cracking. I stared back. "Because you didn't just cheat, you destroyed us." She collapsed, sobbing, but I didn't stay. My bags were packed. My car waited. That was 6 months ago. She tried calling, texting, begging for forgiveness. I never replied. I started over, new job, new city, new life, even got a dog, Max, a goofy golden retriever. The hurt remains, but it doesn't rule me. Revenge didn't fix everything, but it closed a chapter. And sometimes that's all you need. She thought she could walk away with no scars, but in the end, it wasn't her betrayal. That ended us. It was the truth I found, one secret at a time.